Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with T, and I'm T. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Listen, sometimes we don't have to learn the hard way. Sometimes we really don't, but a lot of times we got to learn the hard way. So y'all know everything that's going on with Wendy Williams. And see, I'm not a gossip columnist. This is not what I do, but this is what I do. I try to help women honor, guard, and respect each other's relationships. I teach women I have a movement called hashtag no side chicken, where I encourage women to honor, guard, and respect each other's relationships so stuff like this doesn't happen. Hey, Robin. Good morning. Hey, Angela. Hey, Dina. Hey, Deidre. Hey, 11 Rings. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Dana. Who else is here? Hey, Fresh Player. I'm sorry. Hey, Lori. Good morning, good morning. Y'all share this right now. Share. I don't know if Facebook gonna start acting up, but if they do, I'm on Periscope, Instagram Live, and YouTube. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, right now. So a lot of people ask me this question, right? And I got this on a couple of comments from me posting and inboxes. A lot of women will say to me, why you always blame the side chick? Well, let me tell you this. I don't blame anybody, and I teach this. Blame causes guilt. Accountability causes growth. I say what I say about the side chick because I was in that situation myself. Raise your hand if you was ever a side chick. Don't be shamed. Because if you're ashamed, you still have side chick tendencies. See, I could talk about the things that I've done because I don't do them anymore. I'm healed from that. I'm whole. I went and got help. I did the work. So certain things I can talk about because I'm not that person anymore. Thank you, Cynthia, for being honest. Truth plus transparency equals healing. Thank you, Robin, for being transparent. Truth plus transparency equals healing. When you could talk about the things you used to do, it's because you're not doing them no more. Some people live in the dark because they hiding something. You can't heal what you don't expose. You can't heal what you hide. You're only as sick as your secret. So this is what I'm saying. The side chick, I hold the husband accountable 100%. We've been doing that for a long time. But the problem is holding the husband accountable. We still have the same problem, and we still gonna hold the husbands accountable. You ain't got no business sleeping with no other woman if you in a relationship with somebody, unless it's open and everybody know that it's more than one partner. But you have no reason cheating, sneaking, backstabbing, conniving. No man has any business doing that. So let's just get that out of the way, because a lot of women think that I blame other women for the breakdown of a home. No, I hold all parties accountable. I hold the husband accountable. I hold the wife accountable. And I hold the side chick accountable. Now, people say, how you hold the wife accountable for her husband cheating? I never hold the wife accountable for her husband cheating. Never, ever, 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 ever. If a man sticks his penis in somebody else's because he made a choice and he wasn't mature enough to control himself, to figure out the problem in his home. What I hold the wife accountable for is there was a breakdown in the relationship. So if you're going to try to stay in a relationship with the man that cheated on you, you have to be accountable for the breakdown in the relationship, not the fact that he went and slept with somebody because he wasn't getting what he needed, or he felt like he needed attention, or he needed sex. You're not responsible for that part. So I don't hold you accountable for that part in the relationship. I hold the wife accountable for the part that you knew there was some breakdowns and maybe you weren't willing to work on them. So your husband felt like he had to take drastic measures, and you never want this to happen in a relationship when you move forward. Right? Because eventually, if you decide to stay, you don't want this to happen in your relationship again. Or if you decide to leave and you move forward and you're going to be with somebody else and you're going to get remarried, you don't want the same thing to occur. So I hold the wife accountable, or the girlfriend, fiance accountable for the breakdown in the relationship. Y'all got that now? I hope that was helpful to you. But anyway, let's talk about this side chick. Listen, I'm not blaming her, but she is where she is right now based on her choices. Can everybody say that? Please, everybody repeat after me. This is your mantra for the day. And this is going to help you and deliver you and help you grow. I am where I am based on my choices. Say it, everybody. I am where I am based on my choices. I am where I am based on what I accept from people and what I expect from people. Where I am right now is I have authority over this. Do this, everybody. Say, I have authority over my life. Nothing, nobody, no one can do anything to me that I don't allow. Nothing can happen to me if I don't participate, right? So this woman that everybody, some women are probably, and listen, I don't wish her no bad luck. I don't wish her no harm, but I know that she has to be accountable for her actions. You knew this was another woman's husband, and you decided to carry on as a Jezebel. This is just the truth. I did the same thing. So I'm not judging her. I used to be her. I'm not wishing no bad on her, but she is going to have to go through the consequences of her actions. People say karma. I say it's the consequences of your actions. If you shoot somebody and kill them, it's not karma that you end up in jail or dead. It's the consequences of your actions. Basically, there's going to be some consequences, good or bad. So she is dealing with the consequences of her actions, the residuals of the things that she's done to Wendy. So you can't sleep with somebody's husband and think there's not going to be any you can't knowingly. So because I'll get inboxes and emails and people say, what about a woman that don't know? Let's just remove the woman that don't know, because that we already got common sense that if she don't know, she don't know. We're talking about women who are knowingly, publicly flaunting around and sleeping with somebody's husband. This woman in pictures on the beach. This woman, listen. Now you got to deal with the consequences of your actions. So now, I said this yesterday. There ain't nothing worse than a woman scorned who got her mind back. Men, I want to warn my brothers, because we lose our mind in love. Don't we, ladies? Raise your hand. We lose our mind. We get taken advantage of. We cry. We hurt. We keep accepting stuff. But there's nothing worse than a woman scorned who has snatched back her power. Especially ones with some cha-ching and some coin like Wendy. And somebody said yesterday, let him this and this, give him. Listen, somebody said she gonna pay him for a long time. I ain't saying drag it out, Wendy, in court, but I'm saying drag it out, girl. He ain't got the paper to be loyaled up like you and to drag this thing out. So make him settle. You drag it till he settle, cause you put me in this position. First of all, you compromise my health. And y'all know I always say this. Cheating is a form of abuse. If you are knowingly sleeping with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, you're an abuser. And if there are children involved, you're a child abuser. And for men, cheating is a form of abuse. If your wife knows that you're cheating, hey Nadine, if your wife knows that you are cheating and she is suffering and you continue to cheat, you're abusing her mentally, physically, and emotionally. Because you know that when you walk out the door mentally, you are psychologically driving her crazy. Because when people don't trust you, it psychologically drives them crazy. Physically, it takes a toll on a body because we can't eat, we can't sleep, we can't think, we can't walk, we can't exercise. So physically, mentally, and then emotionally, we are an emotional wreck. We are going through every emotion on the emotion scale. And we can't even figure out am I happy? Am I sad? Am I depressed? Am I anxious? We can't even figure out what our emotion is. So cheating is a form of abuse, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I've been there. Your body starts to hurt. Your mind starts to suffer. So you have to deal, this woman who knew that this was Wendy Williams' husband has to deal with the consequences of her actions, however they come. And I pray, because I heard she's a massage therapist. I pray that them clients could let you still live where you live in. I pray, because, see, and this is another thing side chicks don't know. Because they not in their right state of mind. They not smart at the point where they're dealing with somebody's husband. This is for women who are married. When you're dealing with somebody's husband, everything is marital property. So everything that a man buys for you belongs to him and his wife. Everything that he buys with that money that they obtain together belongs to him and his wife. So if you have the money, like Wendy has the money, or rich women, or don't you have to be Wendy, if you well off, if you got a good job and you ready to fight this fight, you can have your attorney go do his due diligence, which I'm sure Wendy been doing, on everything that was bought from your account to bring that back. So we can divvy this up at the end. marital property. So we could divvy this up at the end. We got 7 cars. Oh, there's another car out there. There's another property out there. There's another bank account out there. Well, we're going to freeze all this until we figure out what the heck is going on. I'm just telling the side chicks, make sure you okay, because now you got a whole baby. And this is just not for the young lady that's messing with Kevin or Kelvin, whatever his name is. First of all, he got 2 names. That's shady and suspect to me. I don't know what that's all about. But this is not only for her, but this is for all the women out here who are sleeping with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance, but mainly somebody's husband. Everything that he's buying you belongs to him and his wife. Listen, and this is not to give side chicks tips, none of that, but I'm just saying, make sure it's in your name. And make sure that money could be traced back to where you could buy it, because a woman scorned is gonna come for you. She gonna come for your neck, your throat, your back. I'm just saying, don't do it. So everybody is cheering on Wendy, but you know what? This is what kills me. And my pastor said this on Palm Sunday. He said, the same people that was throwing palms at Jesus' feet was the same people screaming a few days later, crucify him. These same people I'm looking at that's cheering Wendy on was last week saying, good for her, that's what she get. This is what I'm talking about, these people who follow these bandwagons and trends. Me and my circle of women that I roll with, we've been praying for Wendy. Because no matter what Wendy does, doesn't have an effect on how we operate as Proverbs 31, decent and in order women, to pray for another woman who is going through the devastation of infidelity. Did Wendy go after the side woman? D'Amica, she went, and they allegedly, but we see pictures of her repossessing a car that her husband allegedly bought for the side chick, that Wendy went and repossessed it and fired him. How you gonna do all this and you could get fired? What? I hope that listen, I don't even know what they see when you in this, and I'm speaking from my experience. When you are in an adulterous affair, you're not thinking about the end all be all. You're not thinking about the consequences of your action, because you're dealing right now with instant gratification. See, delayed gratification will have you thinking about how hard you had to work to get what you wanted. See, instant gratification will have you screwed up in the mind. And I know this. So they ain't been thinking, because they thought that this gravy train wasn't never going to end, because they thought Wendy was dumb. Oh, she loved Kevin. She don't know what's going on. Kevin been managing her and running the books and all the... Wendy, listen... I bet y'all Wendy been sitting back for a long time like, okay, little Kevin is grown. Do y'all see this? Little Kevin grown, little Kevin out the house. Let me look at my money. Let me look at what I want to do next. Let me get my life together, because stress will have you self-medicate. And I told y'all this before, right? Like, if you don't get the proper help, stress will have you self-medicating if you're not aware of self. I stay aware of myself, because my self-medication used to be drinking alcohol. Shot after shot after shot. Like, I used to just get drunk, right? And the thing that drove me crazy when I finally got some clarity was that I wasn't an alcoholic. Because they're alcoholic, because alcoholic is an illness. It's a sickness. I wasn't an alcoholic. I was just a drunk, because I like to self-medicate, because when I didn't want to deal with something, I just drank, and it just went away for that time, but it was still there. So I'm very aware of when I'm in stressful situations and what I'm doing. That's why I like the gym, because my girl Neat, one of my very best friends, she said, if you want to relieve stress, go to the gym, Trey, because she knows me. She knows that when those stress factors hit, if I'm not aware of self, I'll start drinking. Not because I'm an alcoholic, but I can remember that if I have 4 or 5 margaritas, I'm going to sleep good tonight. And that problem or whatever it is going to be in the back of my little sleepy mind. So we got to be aware. So Wendy went because she started self-medicating again because of the stress. But somebody in her camp, whoever you are, I love you. Because it wasn't Kevin. Somebody in Wendy camp, whether it was a good girlfriend, her mother and father, her son, somebody said, nope. We don't care. I love you. We don't care who know you in a sober living home. We about to get your whole entire life together because we're not about to let you go down smoking in flames after how hard you worked from being a crackhead. Wendy was a crackhead and Wendy said it. So I ain't saying nothing that Wendy ain't never said. From being a crackhead to a successful businesswoman, ain't nobody even messing that up. So we gonna pull you all the way in. You gonna stop this self-medicating because I don't think she smoked crack. Because I heard about crack. I don't know about crack. I ain't never smoked no crack. I don't never want to smoke no crack. I don't never want to smoke nothing that somebody tell me you smoke it one time and you addicted. I ain't built for that. And I ain't even about to test my stamina to say maybe everybody else one time, but not me. I'm strong. I don't even want to try it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to know about it. Absolutely, they got her all the way together, Kalila. All entirely. Listen, sweetheart. You got a whole life ahead of you. There's another husband out there that will honor, guard, and respect you and treat you like Queen Wendy that you are. You have the power. And I tell all the women that I coach, because I deal with a lot of women dealing with infidelity, and infidelity takes away your self-esteem. Any lady on here that's going through it, please email me. Infidelity robs you of who you were before life happened, because I went through it. I promise you, before life I am who I am now. I'm in so much of a better place, and I thank God for the work that I've done in my life. But when I was going through infidelity, I was a small, shrunken, needy person. I was insecure. I was always scared of losing somebody. I didn't know which way to turn. I was in this place of darkness because I'm like, maybe I'm not good enough. Why would somebody do this to me? Let me tell you something about a person that cheats. Infidelity. A person that cheats, a man or a woman that will go outside of a relationship and sleep with somebody else and not honor their own body has nothing to do with you. Because if they will go out and not honor their own body, that don't got nothing to do with you. So if you don't deal with your voids, I emailed you yesterday. Yes, I sent you an email back, Nicole. Just let me know when you have time to do the 15-minute consultation. Check your email. When you don't know who you are, people will drag you on your knees. If you are in an insecure state of mind like Wendy was, sometimes somebody has to give us tunnel vision to say, listen, your fear is that you're going to lose your husband. You've already lost him. And being passive and allowing him to treat you the way that you already lose. Because sometimes we can't see, because we say, at least he come home and at least he sleep here and at least we still together and at least I could say we married for 25 years. A lot of people can't say that. And the fear will have you manipulating the situation in the wrong way. Side chick gonna learn more. Side chick gonna learn today. I'm trying to teach the side chicks. I'm trying to tell them, you will be held accountable for your nonsense. The rooster, as my mother would say, the rooster will come to roost. And the rooster then came to roost. And you can't even be mad, side chick. You can't. I couldn't even be mad when the guillotine dropped on me. I couldn't even be mad because I'm like, well, you did this. You are where you are based on your choices, Trey. Nobody else. What do you do when your partner is still a child? I don't know what that means. Acting like a child or what? Sometimes, see, we get in these relationships and people act the way they act because there's no consequences to their actions. This is why Kevin been acting like this for 20 years, because there's never been any consequences to his actions. So you can't let this man, and this is what we do as women, you can't let this man reap the rewards of your hard work. You can't reward him for his poor behavior and expect him to change. It's like a child. It's like anybody, right? This is where the rubber meets the road. You cannot think that somebody's going to treat you better if there is no consequences to their actions. If I'm treating you bad, if I'm walking on you, if I'm using you as a doormat, every time I call you for a ride, every time I call you for money and I never pay you back and you say, woo, 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 I'm never going to loan her money again. Then you loan me money again and I call you for a ride and you taking me here and you doing this and there's never any consequences to my actions. I'm just going to treat you bad because I know that I can. But when you stop and say, hold up, I'm not giving you a ride anywhere. Get an Uber. Go get your license. Like my son, right? My son's 19 years old and I love him to death. And he don't have his driver's license. Hey, Cheyenne. He don't have his driver's license, right? He's 19. His father will buy him a car tomorrow. How many kids do you know, right? And this is the conversation I just had with him. He's been I was taking him to the bus stop driving him to the bus stop because it was really cold outside. But I've stopped driving him to the bus stop because it's 40 degrees. That's not freezing. We walked in 21 degrees to school, way further than he has to walk. Because he's not studying for his driving test because I'm the chauffeur. I got to go pick him up from school, bring him. I said, listen, I'm not doing this no more. Because you can have a car tomorrow if you had your driver's license. But since there's no consequences to his actions, he's comfortable in his comfort zone. He's comfortable with me going out of my way to do things for him because I'm not giving him consequences to his actions. Mine the same way, right? Yes, listen. And listen, I've done a lot of things with my sons out of guilt because of the adultery that I committed and taking them out of the house with their father. But I'm not operating in guilt anymore. Get up, study, and get your father. A car will be here as soon as your driver's license, before they even seal it. There'll be a car in the driveway. Are you kidding me? And I'm driving you? No, so we're not doing that. But this is why men and women have their cake and eat it too. Because out of fear of wanting that person so bad, we'll allow them to treat us bad. No, not in 2019. Thank you, Wendy, for setting the bar in the second quarter of 2019 to say no more for me. I'm getting off the crazy roller coaster. I'm getting off the crazy ride. I'm on my daughter about this as we speak. Stop taking them. Stop taking your daughter everywhere. Stop taking your son everywhere. Stop doing everything. And listen, this is my thing about in the house with your husband. Don't ever stop being a woman of the house. You do what you do. You do what you're supposed to do. But you know, hey, Seth, but you know where you are rewarding him for his poor behavior. You are not going to come in the house at 4 a.m. smelling like a whole nother house, a whole nother bar of soap, and think I'm going to roll over and sleep with you. Because now I'm compromising my health. But so many women will do that because they're trying to win something that they already lost by their actions of sleeping with him, knowing he's sleeping with somebody else. No, you are not going to stick that in me after you just came from old girl house the last 3 nights and you didn't know. We not going to do that. I've been watching you for years, and the whole time I walked away with some good advice. Well, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that. So anyway, listen, that's the message for today. Listen, there will be consequences to your actions. You are where you are based on your choices. And that little side chick who been living this good life for 10 years, it's all crumbling down right now. I know it was good. I like nice stuff. I do. I like Ferraris too. We all do. I like pocketbooks. No, I don't really like pocketbooks. I really don't care about that. But I like nice stuff. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I'm not really that type of expensive chick, but I know a lot of y'all are. But at the end of the day, if you didn't get it honestly, how you gonna win if you ain't right within? So many people think that they winning, God is blessing me. No, actually the devil is rewarding you for your poor behavior. And now when the devil is done using you, there's no more protection. Because God got Wendy whole mind right. God can and will restore any and every person who confesses and repents the sin has been forgiven and forgotten. Let the guilt live in the past. Now, I know that's right, Cheyenne. I let the guilt go. I was guilty with my kids for a long time. And I said, listen, God, forgive me. I forgave myself. I didn't apologize for the people I done committed the adultery against and all of that other stuff. But how you going to win if you ain't right within? You think you winning. Sometimes we look at people, right, ladies, when we've been, and men and gentlemen, because I committed adultery. I was about to say, right, ladies, because when we get cheated on, women cheat too. But when we see these people who have done these things to us, and they look like they're excelling and winning, because Kevin looked like he was winning. We like, look, Wendy, he's winning. Kevin wasn't never winning. Because it was just a matter of time before the right person sat down and said, Wendy, that's it. Are you serious? She busy doing this. This is where Wendy was messed up in the head, right? And I'm saying this because we got to realize this too as women. All the cutting and tucking and poking and pooking and eyebrows and Botoxing and veneers and nose jobs and breast reductions and tummy tucks ain't gonna keep no man. She busy focusing on what am I doing? Why is he doing this? What? Let me do this. Let me go here. Let me get this long weave. It ain't had nothing to do with that. He cheating because he ain't right. Not you. Okay, I ain't about to go cut my nose off for nobody. Okay, you don't like my little nose, then you don't like my little nose. Whatever it is, physically, he's not right within. So we got ladies, men, gentlemen too. It ain't about your muscles or none of that. You lost your hair. If she love you, she gonna love you bald-headed. If you got a little gut, my brother, she gonna love you with the little gut. Y'all can get together and go and do some stuff together. But it ain't nothing that got nothing to do with you. Me cheating had nothing to do with my ex-husband. Our relationship, the falling apart of our relationship had everything to do with us as a couple. But me going outside of that relationship had nothing to do with my ex-husband. And I had to be accountable for that, to say, you went outside of the relationship for what? And at the end, it was disaster. Side chicks, husbands, hashtag no side chicken, because at the end, it's disaster for everybody. I'm trying to tell you, I don't care if your husband left or wife left and went with this person and it looks good. It's not good. I promise you, anybody who got into a relationship the wrong way, it is not good in their house, because you don't even trust that person. You pretend and you play like, oh, we good, we left our husbands, or I got him from his wife, or I got her from her husband. But inside, you in turmoil, he in turmoil. Because, men, how do you trust a woman? How do you trust a side chick? A woman that would sleep with somebody's husband. You would trust her? A woman that was knowingly sleep with somebody's husband on a regular basis and be in your and distract and disrupt that woman? How do you know she gonna turn on you as soon as you don't give her what she want, or as soon as you don't do what she say? How do you trust somebody who's showing you the content of their character? How do you trust ladies? How do you trust a man that's cheating on his wife? What in the world? Like, what kind of respect does he have for women? What kind of respect does he have for himself? How was he raised? Who is this man? And you want him to leave his wife to come be with you, to live with you? Oh no! I want to go live with you to talk about this. I have a story. Well, please, let's do it. And let me know when. I gotta get, what time? 8:30. I gotta go to the gym. Listen. Always remember, you are where you are based on your choices. This poor little side chick, and let's all pray for her. I told you, I pray for all women. I don't want to see no woman do bad, because we all got to go through our journey, and we all going to do some dumb stuff. They've been there, done that, got a t-shirt and a hat. I am where I'll be 50 in November. This is called wisdom and maturity. When I was 35, I was wilding out. I was doing some stuff I ain't had no bit, dancing on tables, drinking 25 shots of Patron, trying to, all kind of craziness. So we not judging folks, but we do have to learn a lesson here, that what you do is going to come back on you, good, bad, or indifferent. If you do good things, you will reap good rewards. If you do bad things, you will bear rotten fruit. And we got to understand that. We got a whole little side baby that got to deal with the consequences of her mother's actions, of her or him, I don't know what it is, of her mother's actions. We got people who are, there's a trickle down here. And I talk about the trickle down when I do my speaking engagements. There's a trickle down. So you have Kevin and Wendy, and you have their families who have relationships with outside of Kevin and Wendy, because we mesh people together. So this is why we got to be careful when we start bringing people together, because when the infidelity strikes, it hits everybody. It goes all the way down to the nieces, the nephews, the cousins, the friends, the family. Everybody has to be divided. And it's not about picking sides, because if Wendy, my sister, Kevin, you no longer exist to me, even though we was cool and we hung out, and you, or my brother, if Wendy had a brother and him and Kevin was friends and they really liked each other, there's a trickle down. Now bro got to be like, yo dude, I can't roll with you. Or if Wendy's father had never had a son and now Kevin was the son and they went fishing, now Wendy dad got to be like, yo dude, I can't mess with you. Look at the stuff you did to my daughter. Like, I really wish I could, but I can't, so bye. And then the cousins that little Kevin has on his father's side and on his mother's side. Little Kevin might be in turmoil. I'm going with mommy. Daddy don't call me. Grandma, I don't want to see you. None of y'all. It's such a devastating trickle down. And Wendy's nieces and nephews that liked Kevin and hung out, and Kevin took the little boy to the basketball, because there were good times. We can't negate the fact that there were good times with Kevin. Even though he did some craziness and he couldn't control himself and he thought the grass was greener, there were good times with the family at Christmas, Thanksgiving. People got memories of him acting a fool. That's my boy. And now everybody got to be divided. It's a trickle down. So this is why we have to understand that infidelity just not hurt the two people at the top, the husband and the wife. It hurts everybody. And that's why we got to stop this. That's why side chicks need to understand. You are devastating somebody's family, and no, you are not responsible by yourself, but you are accountable for your part in the disruption of a family, and it is going to come back on you. The rooster will come to roost. You will suffer. You're going to suffer in silence, but when it's publicity like this and when it's celebrities, this side chick is going to walk like the Scarlet Letter. Y'all remember that book, The Scarlet Letter? I'll never forget that book. I hated that book in high school, and I wonder why I know now, because I had to walk around with the Scarlet Letter for years. So she's got to walk around town with people pointing fingers. Oh, that's the lady that slept with Wendy's husband. Oh, her kid is a side baby. Look at the little bastard, and I hope she don't get nothing. It's going to be really, really hard on her. So we really need to pray for all parties involved, because side chicks have feelings too. I promise you, but you deserve what you're getting because you knew what you were doing. I want to give you a hug. I really want to give you a hug. But you got to go through this so you don't do this to somebody else. You got to go through this. And like I said yesterday, I'm sure Kevin is somewhere separate this. And I've spoken to a lot of men that go through infidelity and adultery as well, who have committed infidelity. And they want their wife back. They separate themselves from everybody because men can't deal with a whole bunch of drama. Even though they create it, they can't deal with a whole bunch of drama. So Kevin probably is in his own head because he doesn't want to lose what he's built. And don't say he didn't build with Wendy, because he built with Wendy. He was working and doing stuff too. So he's somewhere by himself. So this woman over here, this side chick, is suffering because Kevin probably not calling her. I wish I could get her on the phone. Is he calling you? Is he picking up about the baby? What, Kevin, Wendy repossessing cars. How she know? Because Kevin has said the car is at such so-and-so. Because now he's apologizing. That says when somebody publicly apologizes, that does not mean that they don't give a shit about the person that they hurt. That says, oh my God. Even though you might not be apologizing because you're sorry, but you're apologizing because you got caught. If you do a public apology, it's because you do not want to separate. Because if you really don't care, you go and say, look, I'm with my side chick. It's all out in the open now. Like Christian, whatever his name is, that Khloe Kardashian guy that he was out with another woman the next day. When you really don't care, you're not giving a public apology. You're like, okay, well, everybody know now. They already been speculating. TMZ done posted the pictures a long time ago. Wendy, so okay, so I'm gonna get my half, and Wendy gonna get whatever she gonna get, and that's gonna be it. No, he's publicly apologizing because he's processing right now. Tristan, thank you so much, Janelle, because he's processing right now what's best for him, not what's best for you, side chick. He's processing right now what's best for me. So let me figure this whole thing out. And I'm sorry if I don't call you, answer you, text you, but I don't have to because you're not my wife. Actually, he's going to go through the phase, and I'm telling y'all because this is what I do. He's going to go through the phase of blaming you. All this is happening because of you. If you would have just left me alone, these side chicks, this, and it's going to be a whole lot of pressure on this young lady. So again, before I go, let's pray for this young lady, everybody. Let's pray for Wendy. Let's pray for Kevin Jr. Let's pray for Kevin. But let's pray for Wendy that she has the right people around her. And that she won't be mean and vindictive to anybody. Because we want to know that the content of her character is good, because an angry woman with rage inside will do some things to hurt some people, especially that poor little side baby. I'm concerned about the poor little side baby, but will do some things out of revenge. Let's just hope that she has in her mind that vengeance is mine, says the Lord. That all you have to do is go through the process of the divorce and the process of healing from this, and you lawyer it up, and maybe whatever you want, put it on paper, but go peacefully for your own peace. But baby, I'm glad you repossessed that car, because sometimes you got to do stuff to make yourself feel better. Don't bust the windows out of nobody's car, crack nobody's skull or nothing like that. But sometimes you got to go back and recoup what's yours. This is mine. This is ours. You knew I had a husband. Yeah, the side baby. The girl had a baby allegedly last month when Wendy was in the sober house. Like, she had a whole baby. So I love y'all, and I gotta go. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Go to my website, check out some things. Get the book, It's Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. Get the book, It's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. Please sign up for the recovery room, ladies. If you are trying to heal from the devastation of infidelity, adultery, betrayal, I have a 4-week program where I get you right and you snatch your whole entire life back and get back on track to the person you were before life happened to you. I love you. Peace and blessings. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Tea. And that's me. Peace.